Hello and welcome to the People's Millions £50 million lottery giveaway. ITV has teamed up with the Big Lottery Fund, who are offering the biggest prize ever seen on UK television. There are 4 finalists, each with a celebrity champion, and you can vote for the project you would like to see get the money. More about that later. £50 million could have a major impact for us and for future generations. The project chosen could make a real difference to people's lives. The finalists are the Eden Project, with a visionary new building to meet the challenges of climate change; Sustrans Connect2, a UK-wide scheme to make it easier to get around on foot or by bike; Sherwood Forest, with a plan to enhance and restore the home of Robin Hood; and the Black Country, bidding to use its famous industrial heritage to become the Green Country. Connect2 is about getting more of us walking and cycling on everyday journeys. It's made up of dozens of imaginative projects right across the country. Lorraine Kelly is their celebrity champion.
Once upon a time, when life was less hectic than it is today, roads were built for people. We used them to get to the village square and to local shops. They connected us with one another. You'd meet your friends and your neighbours on the road, and there was time to stop and have a chat and a bit of a gossip. Not anymore. In an age where the car is king, roads can act as barriers, especially if you're travelling on foot. They can divide communities and carve up our towns and cities. Lots of us want to get back to doing more walking and cycling, or at least to a life where we're not relying so heavily on the car. There's lots of reasons for this. You get to meet more people, you're not polluting the atmosphere, and you even get to lose a few pounds into the bargain. Well, desperate times call for desperate measures. Eh, Dan? Enter Sustrans, an organisation founded 30 years ago by this man, John Grimshaw. So John, tell me about Sustrans.
Well, Sustrans stands for Sustainable Transport, and we're a small group that works on making a much better world for walkers and cyclists, a whole series of practical projects to school, to towns, through communities, which allow people to walk and cycle on an everyday basis, allow people to have the choice to cycle and walk, allow them to become fitter and healthier, allow them to make their own contribution to reducing climate change.
Connect2's bid consists of 79 projects right across the UK. Let's take a look at a few.
The only way right now you can get to Cardiff is by car, because this bridge here is a car-only bridge.
There's a big notice right at the end there saying pedestrians, no-go area, and that means unless you break the law, you can't use the bridge.
Can you cross the other side of the road or what?
I can actually see the bay and Cardiff from my house, but I can't get there. So I feel like I'm stranded, really.
Well, I cycle to work every day, and frankly, you're taking your life in your hands for a section of the journey. For that one little bit where there's no cycle footbridge, it's pretty tough.
It's not safe. Once you're over there, it's lovely. You go right into the centre of Cardiff and beyond if you want to. It's just that critical first step that's missing.
Instead of sort of like a hop, step and a jump, you've got to walk, 5 miles or so. You've got to go round all the way into Cardiff to come back out again. It's basically a no-brainer, really.
The best solution would be to build a bridge.
And it'd be a lot quicker and safer.
So they'll get lots of people to ride their bikes and less cars.
Well, I have to go across the post office to get my disability living allowance. It's not very easy to go over to it because there's a motorway in between us. I worry about it because I don't know what's going to happen to me that day.
But the traffic is very, very fast. It would hardly stop for you getting across the road. It's just terrible.
There's a traffic light and you wait for ages, and then when it goes green it's about 2 seconds to get across, and then halfway across it changes to red. So you're panicking to go over. All the cars are beeping and they can be very intimidating. The bridge that goes nowhere. It doesn't go anywhere just now, and we need to make it longer so it'll go into the city centre.
That bridge would be absolutely godsend for all the people. It would be absolutely beautiful if we could get that done.
And I could go on the bridge, go right across, not bothering about the traffic lights, not bothering about the motors, not bothering at all. It'd be great.
Well, we've got two beautiful and historically interesting towns on the south coast, but really no easy route between. If the two could meet, it would be a dream come true for this area.
Well, the path, it goes from Hastings and then kind of stops. And then there's a path coming from Bexhill that goes nowhere, which is a bit pointless really. And in the middle there's just a big empty gap. It's just, adults are just so stupid.
You stagger across the pebble beach, and that is hard work. You certainly wouldn't walk there with a pram or pushchair. It is a real obstacle to getting from one place to another.
Everybody would benefit from this project. I mean, it's just a fantastic link between our two communities. It just makes so much sense that we really, really want it. And that's what Connect2 is all about, is actually linking the communities together. There is this short stretch and it's just one piece that needs finishing off, and when that's finished there'll be a fabulous route in place.
There are dozens of projects all over the UK involved in this bid. Chances are you live nearby one of them. I certainly do. This is a great idea. It's building a pedestrian bridge over the River Tay right here in Perth. And John Lauder, this is very close to your heart, isn't it?
It is. It's really important that we get a change in how people live their everyday lives. And Connect2 is all about that, Lorraine. And putting a bridge in here over this river will make a big difference to people's lives. Straight away we would reduce car trips in this town by potentially a quarter just by having a bridge here that's dedicated to people walking and cycling.
I spend half my working week in London, and just a few miles from the studio is another Connect2 project. It involves a bridge, but the bridge doesn't go anywhere, does it, Barry?
It's a dead end, it's a cul-de-sac, it's a dead bridge, but it's sitting here waiting for us to restore it.
So what difference is it going to make to people's lives then?
Oh, if you live right here, it'll really give you much better access to the local station, much better access to the River Thames, only a mile away that way, rather than using the busy roads. This road underneath Rotherhithe New Road, lovely old road, but it's busy 24 hours a day, and more so. This gives local people a much quieter, much more natural way of getting from east to west, both for longer distances and for short shopping routes, to school routes and to the station routes as well.
We've really got to decide which road we're going to take. The one that makes us healthier, is good for the environment and gets us talking to one another, or the one that's just clogged up with traffic. The competition is stiff, the prize money is huge, but with your help, we'll walk it.